to a Robin Banks Productions, baby.
Yeah, it's the underground, it's the underground, it's the underground, it's the underground. You better pass, you better run, and that's your ass. Boy, you done. It's the underground, it's the underground, yeah, it's the underground, it's the underground. You better pass, you better run, and that's your ass. Boy, you done. Move the sticks, first down. You better not step out of bounds. You don't really want it, but you really need it. It's the underground, man, we undefeated. Michael Jackson couldn't beat it, fourth down, couldn't reach it, man, your squad about to lose it. Go ahead and face the music, flip a coin, still lost. Pay the cost to beat the balls, turn your motherfucking lights off. Yeah, CTE, these niggas can't see me. Got your head fucked up, got the game locked up, and it's over for your ass. Fourth down, you better pass. You know what it is, you ain't gotta ask. It's the underground, it's the underground, it's the underground, yeah, it's the underground. You better pass. You better run, and that's your ass. Boy, you done. It's the underground, it's the underground, yeah, it's the underground, it's the underground. You better pass, you better run, and that's your ass. Boy, you done.
Yeah, you know what it is, baby. It's time. Tuesday night, NFL recap show. It's your boy Filthy Rich, the host of the motherfucker Underground. Yeah, call into the show, baby. We live, we always live. You know what it is. 412-407-2744. Call into the show. Talk your sports, talk your shit. Ow, yeah, let's go. Yeah, got a lot to talk about today, man. Hey, it's the Freestyle show, so it's whatever, man. Yeah, we got all types of news for y'all, man. All types of injuries out there. Picking up new players. We definitely gonna get our still focus on, you know what I'm saying? We got to do that, you know what I'm saying? We gonna get all around the league. You know how we get down, man. So yeah, pay attention. It's the underground. Yeah. Yeah. What's the deal? What's the deal? You in the house, baby. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you new around here, man. You know how we get down, man. We talk our sports, talk our shit, and that's what we gonna do, man. Tuesday night NFL recap. Happy Veterans Day up in this joint, you know what I'm saying? To all the vets out here, include myself, you know what I'm saying? We got about an hour left. You know what I'm saying? Day before was Marine Corps birthday. So yeah, man. Went out there and got my free food from all the people giving stuff free to veterans, man. But they just giving less and less every year, man. It's like, is it the economy? They don't like veterans as much as they used to, but they just get slicker with it every year and figure out a way for you to have to spend some money to get your little free thing. You know what I'm saying? When they used to just hand stuff out, man. So maybe that's just the way of the world now, man. You know, things are so much more expensive. You can't afford to give away things for free. But right here in the underground, man, you ain't got to do nothing but pay attention. You know what I'm saying? That's all you got to do, baby. We talk sports, we talk shit, man. Of course, anytime you want to call the show, interrupt, say what you got to say, do that. You know what I'm saying? But tonight we're going to get into it, man. We got a whole bunch to get into, man. First of all, R.I.P. to Lenny Wilkens, man. And Lenny Wilkens passed away a few days back. And we've had a lot of these R.I.P. latelys here. But I remember Lenny Wilkens from basically NBA basketball. Was a coach for a whole bunch of different teams, man. The former St. Louis Hawks and Seattle Supersonics star, who is the only person named to both the NBA 75th anniversary team and the NBA's 15 great coaches list, died on Sunday. He was 88 years old. All right, man. So we all remember Lenny Wilkens, man. He was longtime coach, and I think it was in Atlanta, right? Yeah, if I do recall, it was in Atlanta. So yeah, shout out to Lenny Wilkens, R.I.P. to Lenny Wilkens, man. Long, good life, 88 years, man. I don't think you can complain about that. So, you know, just wanted to send a shout out to him. You know, I always do that early in the show, man. It's just a lot of, we had Neyland earlier this week, pass away. So, you know, prayers up to his family still, because that was a different quote situation to handle right there. Such a young dude taking his life. That's a lot, man. That's a lot to handle, man. The Cowboys on a bye had to be the worst bye week ever. have a teammate go down like that. That's crazy. That is crazy. All right, couple things I want to show y'all, man. You ever seen a soccer game in the snow, bruh? I ain't never seen a soccer game in the snow. But the way this one went down, this was turned up, bro. They calling this the icicle kick. Check it out. You'll see why. In the snow for the W right here, man. This is up in the Canadian Soccer League. This is a replay of it. Goalie couldn't even move in the snow. Hold up. Watch, the goalie was all stuck. He fired that motherfucker in there, though. Couldn't move. Once again, man, they call it not the bicycle kick, the icicle kick. You know what I'm saying? The icicle kick. Had to show y'all that one, man. That's definitely a must-see right there. Let's see what else I got for y'all on must-see on the underground. Check it out. Y'all remember Dominique Wilkins, right? I'm just getting down with his son, Georgia Bulldogs, 3-0. And his son's doing stuff like his daddy, man. Let's check it out.
On the alley-oop, Jake Wilkins! Holy goodness! Wilkins, that won't go. George with a rebound. Wilkinson on the alley-oop, Jake Wilkins! Holy goodness! With a windmill! Oh my God!
Yes, sir. Dominique Wilkins' son with the alley-oop windmill.
Oh my goodness! Now his dad was a human highlight film, but I haven't seen a...
That was nice. That was nice. Got a little more for y'all here, too. Wilkins' son gets busy. Big dude, too,
Ball
man.
around the perimeter and slow this game.
Wilkinson on the alley-oop, Jake Wilkins! Steal for Georgia. Wilkins! Traffic, here comes Wilkins!
All of them is his daddy's dunks.
Alley-oop, Jake Wilkins! Here comes Wilkins! Oh, yeah!
The ball around the perimeter and slow this game.
Wilkinson on the alley-oop, Jake Wilkins! Steal for Georgia. Wilkins! Traffic, here comes Wilkins! Alley-oop, Jake Wilkins!
Definitely power dunking out this joint. So, yeah, Wilkins is a freshman at Georgia right now. Georgia's 3-0. They ain't really played nobody yet, but off to a good start. Freshman year. Look like he's going to be definitely making a pro off his daddy, man, for sure. Like, who was the best? Who's the best basketball son? Who's the best son, period, out of all the sons of players? Was it like Ken Griffey or somebody like that? Who else was a dominant son? We seen Guerrero Jr.'s son in baseball this year. Damn sure ain't Brawny, little Brawny. In the chat, Pittsburgh Big Dog says, salute to the underground. Wilkins jeans is strong. Hell yeah, he looked just like him, bruh. Look just like him. He's definitely on his way to the NBA. You know that's happening. I mean, what, they could come out after the freshman year these days? Barry Bonds, yeah, Barry, yeah, Barry's dad was the man too. Barry was the man. Barry's better than Ken Griffey? Is the son? Yeah, Barry's probably better than Ken Griffey. Floyd Mayweather, Tom Holliday, yeah. Floyd Mayweather too. That his dad made up that defense. That defensive stance that he be in. Am I right? Am I right on that? Both of y'all better boxer fans than me. Floyd Mayweather's dad taught him how to do that bob and weave. That was crazy. That shoulder dip, right? Am I wrong? Let's see who else's son was the man. Everybody tried it, you know. Shit. Mike Tomlin's son, we ain't see him catch one pass at practice. Like, I'm at least throwing my son a pass at practice. I heard he got the trial. I don't know if that was a rumor, scuttlebutt or what. Kobe? What about Steph Curry? Steph Curry might be the GOAT of the Suns. Is it Steph Curry or is it Barry Bonds? Steph Curry better than Barry Bonds? As an athlete? As a sports identity, whatever you want to call it? I don't know, man. Who's the bigger son? Run CMC. Yeah. 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 And his brothers in the league. Steph, definitely. Yeah. 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 Saying Steph over Barry Bonds, huh? Over Ken Griffey.
One to send a voicemail.
Now you have a hot mic on the underground.
Oh, hey, I want to give a shout out. This is Mr. Anonymous once again.
Yes,
I
sir.
want to give a shout out to Lou Berry. I don't know if you did or didn't. I've been out of town, but Lou Berry and winning the city championship,
Yes, sir.
keeping the Peabody DNA alive.
Yes, sir. The DNA is alive on the underground. When we got 4 people right now on the underground that got Peabody Spirit. No, 5. Actually, everybody on the underground right now, man, in the chat, on the phone, in the studio right here, all got Peabody blood in them. So, yeah, shout out to Lou
Okay.
Berry, man. Shout out to Lou Berry. We definitely got the Peabody love, man. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. Definitely.
He took Obama and won the city championship and beat our arch enemy, Westinghouse,
Yes, sir.
in the city championship.
Yes, sir.
So I just wanted to make sure, we put it out there, giving Lou Berry a shout out.
Yes, sir. Hey, no doubt. Shout out to Lou Berry for sure, man. Been doing it for a long time. Over 20 years?
Yes,
And I
yes, sir.
yeah. So yeah, bring it back home, Lou Berry.
I remember when he was a snotty nose rookie at Peabody
Right,
playing.
right.
So this is Mr. Anonymous. Want to say Happy Veterans Day to all you veterans out there. And Mr. Anonymous is going to sleep.
All right, Mr. Anonymous, man. Sleep well. Get a couple Z's from me. We appreciate it, man. Appreciate the call, man. Definitely.
Ow.
Ow. Well, you heard it, man. That's Mr. Anonymous, man. Shout out to Lou Berry and the USO Panthers. You know what I'm saying? Eagles, whatever they get about 3 schools together, you know what I'm saying? But it's all good. They definitely took out Westinghouse. Shout out Westinghouse, like Pittsburgh Big Dog says. Shout out Westinghouse, baby, up in there. All right, but yeah, that's Mr. Anonymous, man, with the shout out to Lou Berry. Back to where I was at. We was talking about who was the best sons, man. I might be the best son out this joint, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, yeah, Dominique looking like he's going to take over Georgia, man. His dad was in Atlanta, and Dominique looked like he's going to take over Georgia, man. We're going to move on, man. Let's move on to some NFL. A lot of big stories today. I don't even know what the biggest story is. I'm going to just start where I'm going to start at, man. Travis Hunter out for the whole season, man. Dang, man. I mean, so many players in the NFL this season that we wanted to see, we won't be seeing this year, man. We won't be seeing. Travis Hunter is now out. He was on IR. They thought it was going to be 4 weeks. He went ahead and got the knee surgery. They call it the LCL. I never even heard of an LCL. I don't know what that's short for. ACL, I know. MCL, I know. I seen LCL when I read the story. So, season-ending surgery for Travis Hunter, and now he can't fully develop the way he wants to, like Scatterboo's going through. Like, Malik Neighbors not a rookie anymore, but still young wide receiver developing with his quarterback. It's a shame, man. It's a real shame that we can't get to see the rest of what Travis Hunter was going to do this year. Everybody was saying he was going to get hurt anyway. We had a lot of that stuff out there. Oh, he's going to get hurt. He's too skinny. Well, guess what? He didn't get hurt by getting hit, okay? It was a non-contact injury at practice, and it is what it is, man. Anybody can get hurt, right? All right, up next, man, in the news, the Steelers get a lot of help. I don't know if you heard yet, but the Steelers pick up Asante Samuels to the practice squad, all right? Very talented young man. Very talented young man. And talent that we need. We definitely need talent here in Pittsburgh at cornerback, okay? And he's got pedigree. We were talking about sons, right? Let's see if he can be one of the better sons. Still City Luke up in the chat says, get well soon, Travis. Yeah, that's a hurt piece. Definitely a hurt piece. But yeah, so Asante Samuels, we was talking about people's sons. But we got us one. We got us some pedigree. Can he help this defensive backfield? Coming off of back surgery, though. Right? Kind of need your back, your hips, the play corner. Hopefully, we can get a lot out of Asante Samuels. Hope the 304s don't leave Travis while he recovers. Yes. Yeah, we was worried about that anyway. At least he'll be home to watch her now. He might find something out he ain't want to find out. Sitting at home watching. You know what I'm saying? She might get on his nerves at home. You know what I'm saying? So just keep going to practice, bro. But anyway, big news for the Steelers, man. We screaming we needed help at DB. We screaming we need more talent. And we get it. We finally go get something. Not out of the trade like we wanted, but something we definitely wanted out of free agency, right? This is something we was keying on at the very beginning of the year. Was a better cornerback. Wind up getting Ramsey. We kind of noticed he's a little too old. Let's see if we get somebody younger up here to do some things. Now, this dude's coming off of back surgery, but hey, we need this. Great. The Steelers got another Pro Bowler from 2017. That's Steel City Luke in the chat. Am I too optimistic, Steel City Luke? Am I too optimistic? I might be. But this season right here is all about optimism, bro. If you ain't got no optimism, you might as well just pick another team right now because it's going to take a miracle to go where we want to go this year. I'm just talking about this year. It's going to take a miracle, man. And you see my question of the day. Let's talk about that, man. You see my question of the day. Can Aaron Rodgers rebound? Can he rebound? Because I ain't even thinking about just this past game, which was horrible by Aaron Rodgers, all right? But I'm going to give him this one. I got to give him this one because he ain't had a horrible game yet. But let's go back to the Colts game where everybody said we should have blew the Colts out, right? Now, we all know it wasn't the defense's fault that we didn't get the blowout. It was the offense's fault. All right, in the chat, Tommy Holiday says, shaking my head, old-ass DBs, old-ass QB, back-fused DBs, shaking my head. Who come up with this shit? They try to shake something up. Would you rather have Asante Samuels or Slay, Darius Slay out there still starting, 34 years old, bro? At least they try to switch it up, man. At least they recognizing they was wrong. Still City Luke says, man, Asante coming off a damn spinal tap. True. Every tackle we got to worry about, we're gonna be able to walk off the field. Damn. Every tackle we got to worry about if he gonna be able to walk off the field. Yeah. I'm just being optimistic, and also I'm glad the Steelers is trying. You can't say the Steelers ain't trying, because I mean, who else was we gonna get? I mean, you ask me, you got to take Darius Slay out of there, man. He's hurting us. I like Pierre much better. I like Pierre. And if we can get Asante Samuels into the mix, he don't got to be no starter, but into the mix in case somebody get hurt, something like that. We just needed to get young at the position, man. We needed to get younger. And he had a lot of visits, so there was a few other teams acquiring the guy. He was good at one time. He was good at one time, man. What else are we going to do? You got to try, man. But back to Aaron Rodgers. Can Aaron Rodgers rebound, man? Can Aaron Rodgers rebound? Because like I said, it goes back to the Colts game, man. We should have blew the Colts out, but Aaron Rodgers couldn't move the ball. Couldn't get first down. We was 4 for 12 in the Colts game on third down. So you keep giving the ball back to the Colts, which is a very good team. Still top 5 in the league, if not top 3. So you keep giving a team like that the ball back. Yeah, they're going to come back. You lucky they didn't come back and win. Everybody would have been blaming the defense if it would have been a comeback win. when really the offense got to sustain the ball. You got to keep moving or hold on to it. One of the two. You got to keep scoring. Still City Luke says, trying to sign old cats and dudes on hard hit away from being paralyzed. Damn, boy, they go hard on me, man. You go hard on the Steelers, too. Cannot say they're not trying. Iceman in the chat says, Rodgers had a bad game, yes. High balls, etc. He has no time, and more importantly, no one is open. He can still sling it. He can adjust like the best of them. It's hard just to throw to cover tight ends. Okay, so you got all the excuses, Iceman, for Aaron Rodgers, which wide receivers are open in other games, though. Wide receivers are open in other games. I've seen some bad balls from Aaron Rodgers this game. We're going to give him this one, though. We're going to give him this one. I like the optimism though. And wide receivers is definitely slipping a little bit. That group definitely got to get it together. But once again, nothing's going to change. They got to work hard. Trade deadline's over. You done scooped up every old and washed up guy you can pick up in free agency. It is what it is, man. Calvin Austin and Roman Wilson, somebody got to step up. In the chat, wishing, hoping, dreaming for production, but they let good DBs leave all the time. Who's the good DB that left? Minka? Just say that. I'll take the Minka one. Corners, though? Who's the good corner that left? We've been trying to get corner for a long time. I think JPJ is better than a lot of people think. Anybody that know me, that's my guy. I'm not saying he's the best corner in the league. Not saying he's a Pro Bowler. I just like his style, and I like his results. Period. Pass interference, it comes with it. They knew that out of Penn State. We get a lot of interceptions. Nope, that comes with it. Reminds me of Ike Taylor. We dealt with that. We won Super Bowls with that. I think JPJ is a suffice corner. He is. All right, in the chat, Unc says defense wins championships, offense wins games. Drop passes, kills drives, Colts last points were junk. Yeah, they were. They were. The last, but they still was coming back and they still was hanging in the game. That's why it was 27-20. It should have been 30-something to 10, 40-something to 10. The offense would have moved the ball. Tom Holliday says, should have blew the Colts out. They didn't run Jonathan Taylor. Vegas had their hand in the game. Steelers ain't a better team than the Colts. True story. It's funny you say that, Tommy One. I got a story about betting here in a second. Pittsburgh Big Dog says Steelers need to go ahead and sign Tyler Boyd. Can't be no worse. And look, man, I spoke on that a while back. Should have been did that. Big Brim says he got Uncle in the chat. Yes, sir. You already know it. People blaming the defense. How long were they supposed to hold up? Yay. Sound like a defender to me over there. They kept us in the game until late third quarter. Yes, sir. They do that a lot. It was 3-0 until Aaron Rodgers wanted to try to be the old Aaron Rodgers and get the ball knocked out of his hand and catch the safety. It was downhill from there. Then he just didn't look comfortable. And I know it ain't the pass rush. He didn't seen that before. So, nah, man. He just didn't look right. Maybe he's getting old overnight. When you old, you get tired real quick. Might not make it. You know what I'm saying? You might not make it to the end of the season. Jason in the chat says, I thought Bud Dupree was retired or dead. All of a sudden, he's reincarnating, crashing out. Number 1 pick. Broderick Jones. Oh, trashing out. Yeah. But Bud Dupree was always nice to me, but he is old as hell. Definitely came back from the dead against his old team. Pittsburgh Big Dog says, and where the hell is $40 million man? Why on a damn milk carton? Not last week. He got to play the game last week. We was cool. Come on, man. You be sweating my man Watt too hard, baby. You know what I'm saying? I feel you, though. He definitely ain't making us $40 million this year, though. I got to agree with you on that, Pittsburgh Big Dog. I can't run from that. But I don't think we paid him for the future. I think we paid him for the past, what he did for us already. I'll say that much. But speaking of getting paid, we all be gambling, trying to get paid. Like Tommy Warren said in the chat, Vegas had a little hand in the game, you know what I'm saying? But let's see if we can check out this story about betting, man. There's another little ugly story coming out in betting, but guess what? It ain't basketball, it's baseball.
Baseball has announced a major change to its sports betting policies following a shocking scandal involving 2 Cleveland Guardians pitchers.
And this is recent, y'all. This is new news. This is the ugly little video, but this is the best video I can find to explain it all to y'all. But let's go.
MLB revealed on Monday that sportsbooks will now cap certain types of bets at $200, specifically, small, pitch-level wagers that focus on individual events like balls, strikes, or pitch speed. These microbets will also be banned from parlays. The decision comes just one day after Guardians pitchers Emmanuel Clase and Luis Ortiz were indicted in connection with a Department of Justice investigation into illegal betting and game manipulation. According to the indictment, the two allegedly conspired with others to profit from rigged pitch-level bets. Prosecutors say Clase began the scheme in 2023, and Ortiz joined this season. They allegedly threw specific pitches, often the first pitch of an at-bat, so their co-conspirators could win targeted bets. In some cases, pitches landed in the dirt or even in front of home plate. The DOJ claims the scheme generated as much as $450,000 in illegal winnings. MLB's new betting restrictions are designed to eliminate that risk. The league says these microbets pose the greatest integrity threat because they depend on one player's actions rather than the outcome of a full play or game.
Okay. So let's pause right there. You see that this video is pretty long. It's about 3 minutes long, but y'all get the gist of it. I don't even remember the two dudes' names, but pitchers, MLB pitchers, getting jammed up, indicted, once again, like the NBA players, indicted for gambling. And once again, like I said, it's the small guys, man. It's the small guys on the end of the bench. These dudes, relief pitchers, stuff like that, people you don't even notice. Making bets on the smallest bets you see on the back of the sports book. You know what I mean? How many rebounds he gonna get? How many pitches he gonna throw? How many strikes he gonna throw? All that little parlay, little shit like that, man. It's easy to cheat and not be seen. In the chat, Brim says he's on the back, but listen, he's got chipped 60 more times than the next player, which was Max Crosby. Yo, I seen that. He's talking about TJ Watt's, the stat they showed in the game, bro. 60 more times. It was crazy. It was like 120-something to 60-something. And then Myles Garrett was down in the 60-something range, too. Pittsburgh Big Dog says, so far, just black coaches, NBA players, and Cuban pitchers is the only ones arrested. Get the fuck out of here. You ain't lying. I ain't really paying no attention to that. Yeah. Yeah, well, you know, what Carmelo Anthony said, they was watching the whole time. Brim says Max Crosby chipped 69 times, Watt 129. Bonkers. And Watt's still better than them dudes, bro. And Watt's still better than them dudes. Pittsburgh Bizdog says, stop making excuses for Watt. He ain't Miles or Parsons just went 2 games with no stats. Ain't that what y'all always say? Look, let me break this down. Y'all talking about this at the perfect time. Let me break this down, bro. First of all, TJ Watt is the only dude out of these dudes, Miles and Parsons, that ever changes the game, makes an impact on the game, gets a sack at the right time, gets a strip sack, gets an interception, all of it, bro. At the right time and change the game. These other dudes, they get garbage sacks. They get garbage sacks. So when you talking about, think about it. You got TJ Watt, we just mentioned, Myles Garrett, Michael Parsons, and then you got Trey Hendrickson. Then you got Max Crosby we've been talking about, right? They're all the highest paid defenders in the league. And they're all edge rushers, right? The position is overrated because they can't impact the game like you think they can. Like the media tells you they can. When they make these dudes the MVP, the defensive player of the year, they make the person that don't play football think, oh, he's really doing something to impact the game. No, he's not. Outside linebackers don't win games for you. I don't care if you're the best in the world. All you can do is make that impact play when I need it to change the game or to finish the game, and your job is done. But if you don't got a quarterback, if you don't got a middle linebacker, if you don't got good DBs, if you don't got you're sad. All these teams we talking about with these pass rushers on it, all their defenses are bad, except for maybe Green Bay. I actually like Green Bay's defense, but their problem is Jordan Love is trash. So they don't have a complete team. So you're still going to lose. People want to blame TJ Watt for losing 6 playoff games in a row. All we do is lose when we get to the play. An outside linebacker, I don't care how much you pay him. I don't care how many sacks he get. You're not going to change the game, bro, in as far as a win. You can make your impact play, but the other people have to carry through. If I get a strip sack and you go 3 and out, do it even fucking matter? Iceman in the chat says, I agree, big dog. No prop bets, no more bringing cocaine over the pontoon boats with the administration. No NHL investigations yet. Still waiting. There you go. You're hitting on what Big Pittsburgh Big Dog was saying. You're hitting on it. You're hitting on it. Pittsburgh Big Dog says, why playoff stats are terrible. He disappears when you need him most because that's what playoff teams do. They're going to take your best player away. They're going to take you away. The rest of the players got to step up. You got a middle linebacker like Patrick Queen. How much can an outside linebacker do? You can't. It's just not built for you to do it, bro. All you're supposed to get is 2 sacks, 1 sack, and you done your job. You get blocked all day. You give me 1 or 2 sacks, we win. We win. Not the game, but we win at that position. Brim in the chat says, you sitting up there talking about Miles. He had 5 sacks against the Pats, lost by 20. Not affecting the game. Got belt to ass. So what we talking about? Hey, I agree. That's how I feel about it. Pittsburgh Big Dog says, Love don't know wide receivers, but he looked like Pat Mahomes versus Watt and the Steelers. Man, them lucky catches they had. Tucker Kraft did look like Gronk, though. He did look like Gronk. He was just throwing stuff up, bro. The one pass he pushed off. The other one, he was wide open in the little flats. That was a defensive mental breakdown. So Love ain't never looked like no Patrick Mahomes, but the Steelers, they kind of made him look like that, though. I give you a half of credit on that. But Love, they got a lot of love from the referees that game, and a couple good catches by Tucker Kraft, man. He was boss hogging though, man. You know, but hey, the defense had him in that one too, man. At the beginning of the game, wasn't we winning at halftime? We was winning at the half. It was kind of all defense. We had a couple points, but the defense was setting them up. I don't know, man. This defense getting a bad rap because they get a lot of points. Stats don't always answer every question, so they're sitting at the bottom of the stat board when it comes to defensive ranking. But you know, we had our injuries too. You know, all that counts for the whole season. But I think the Steelers' defense is well documented that even this year we're optimistic. I ain't even gonna try to say it. You know the word I'm trying to say. Opportunistic. We definitely that. Now, if the offense don't kick in and you ain't up by 10, if you ain't up by 14, you can't be as opportunistic as you want to be. You just can't, man. You got to score. When the defense give you something, you got to score. Give you good field position, you got to score, man. Seriously. The last 2 games, I blame on Aaron Rodgers and the offense, and the wide receivers got to get open, man. They got to get open. They just do, man. They really do. All right, let's get into to a game I call the Loser Bowl, man. And why am I talking about the Cleveland Browns and the Jets this weekend? It's because of their quarterback situation, man. Now, you know, you talk about Browns, you got to talk about the quarterback situation, right? Everybody thinks Shedeur Sanders should be in the game. You know, we all thought Shedeur Sanders should have been drafted over Dylan Gabriel. All right, Brim in the chat says, got to start running some different concepts. Yeah, Terrell Austin, true. Hey, man, yeah. Yeah, I've been having a discussion with my peoples, and he been saying that a lot too. He been saying that a lot too, man, because it's pretty vanilla at this point. It works sometimes and it don't work another time. I think that's why they stick to it sometimes too, because I mean, you play a game like you did for the Colts, it's like, why change anything? But then you come out there against somebody else and they ready for it. You know what I mean? You definitely got to mix it up. You got to make it look a little different. You got to disguise a couple things, man. You got to move a couple people around. That wouldn't hurt. That wouldn't hurt. But once again, talking Browns and Jets. Jets did win the game 27-0 to make the Browns the biggest loser this weekend. You know what I'm saying? Two teams that ain't got really nothing to play for but pride. And the Jets just looked like they had more pride than them. But they definitely didn't have the better quarterback, though, man. Dylan Gabriel looked better than Justin Fields. And, you know, they did lose the game, but Dylan Gabriel didn't look bad. And we got a lot of people screaming for Shador, of course. You got a lot of people mad about this compliment right here by Steven Stefanski. So let's go.
Behind the eight ball. I mean, do you stick with Dylan Gabriel after this game, or do you think about making a change?
Yeah, we're going to stick with Dylan. Obviously, this is a young players that you're always trying to get one game better and those type of things, but we have to play better as an offense. We have to coach better, all the above.
So the Browns shall stick with Dylan Gabriel, man. How y'all feel about that, man? Should the Browns stick with Dylan Gabriel? Is it time to move on to Shador Sanders? Is Shador Sanders automatically better than Dylan Gabriel? Do the Shador Sanders automatically push the Browns over the edge? What is it about Shador Sanders that we think is going to guarantee that he does a better job than Dylan Gabriel? What have we seen out of Shador Sanders to make us say he's better? Now, we did see college statistics. We seen college gameplay. We seen Shador Sanders take a lot of sacks. We did see his passing percentage be great. I think it was like 77%. That's damn great. It's one of the best ever in NCAA history, if not the best. So he's very accurate quarterback. And to me, in the offense that he was in that was pass heavy, you're supposed to make more mistakes, but he made less. You're supposed to be less accurate because you're throwing the ball more, so it's more chances for mistakes, but he makes less mistakes. He's more accurate than most quarterbacks. So I like Shador for those reasons. But did Dylan Gabriel do enough to lose the job just because they lost the game? Now, maybe you think that. In the chat, Pittsburgh Big Dog says Fields threw for under 60 yards. Yep, again. Gabriel is a bum. So, yeah, both of these dudes is kind of not great. But Gabriel didn't look that bad. Brim in the chat says, Big Bro, he goes one high and cover two concepts. No palms look. Cover 4 concept, no cover 3, no cover 6. It's true. It's true. I see a little under concept on the cover 2, though. I see a lot of cover 2, I think, though. But they definitely in that single high a lot. And that's a little high schoolish, if you'll agree with me, Brim. What you think? And they've always ran cover 3, I think. But it ain't no safety in the flats like when it was Palomalo cover 3. That's what I'm looking for. Where's the safety in the flats? Even Minka used to be in the flats, snatch of shit. It's like they got scary maybe like 2 years ago. So maybe that is Terrell Austin's play calling. Because all of a sudden, Minka was in back playing single high all day. I mean, ain't giving up no touchdowns, though. Ain't giving up no deep balls. See, JPJ still ain't giving up a touchdown yet. Uncle the chat says, just give Sanders a chance. TB endorses Sanders. Tom Brady? Yeah, he does. Still City Luke says, Austin got to be the worst D coordinator in the last 20 years. Ooh-wee. That's tough. For the Steelers? Might be. This year's pretty bad. It's breaking all types of records. So it's hard to argue that. It's hard to argue that, but I like to see the players on the field be the reason. But yeah, the play calling could be a little better. There could be some adjustments for sure, man. But he was doing what he was doing last year, and we wasn't this low. I think it's a little bit of player thing going on. You know what I'm saying? There's a little bit of player in there not performing. But now we got Ramsey at safety. I think that he's going to be a lock at safety at this point. And like, y'all was clowning me for Asante Samuels, but I think he can help. I don't think all of a sudden the Steelers just forgot how to coach. I don't. Not this bad, at least. They ain't got to be world beaters, but they're usually better than this. And sometimes it's just better talent and better play. You know what I mean? Telling you that middle of the field ain't that great. Peyton Wilson, Patrick Queen. Peyton Wilson be flying around making plays other places, but as far as stopping the initial run and stopping pass plays in that hook curl zone, ain't really been that good at it. Or watching no tight ends at all. So, I mean, these coaches ain't got no PlayStation 5 controller in their hand. They don't. Every defense is called, just like every offensive play is called to score a touchdown. So all areas are covered. Can you cover it, though? Can you make the play? We've seen better players make plays. We've seen it. Just give a little credit to the GM, too, for a lot of this. You know what I mean? Yeah, y'all just fucked with me for the Steelers getting old players and all that. Ain't Mike Tomlin doing that. He just got to cook what's in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? You like the lunch lady. Whatever the school bring in, she going to whip up for you. Sometimes the shit nasty. You go to another school, they shit fire. So I agree, because we ran everything back when you and Unc was helping my uncle coach us back in the day. Yeah. Yeah. For sure. We did our thing too. We did. I don't know if you missed a shout out to Lou Berry, but Mr. Anonymous called in earlier and shouted out Lou Berry for winning that city championship again. Ain't did it since you was there. You was out there too. You was out there too, little bro. So shout out to you too. You know what I'm saying? Bringing it back home. Bill McCourt says sometimes the scheme is not the best one for that weak opponent. Yeah, that's true. That's true. It definitely still like the Steelers just playing bully ball, but then get bullied. They come out there and they run out there with what they want to run, and it don't always work. They used to do that with New England all the time, right? They just wouldn't get out of their zone, finally play man and beat them, and then they run back to the zone. What are we doing? What are we doing? No doubt, though. You deserve it. You deserve it, bro, for sure. But yeah, we was talking about Shador, man. Give Shador a chance, huh? Give Shador a chance. And that's what everybody's feeling like. But as a coach, I guess he's trying to develop Dylan Gabriel, too. I mean, they did pick him before Shador. The whole situation with Shador is just a fucked up situation. He should have never been put in that situation. But I don't know if Dylan Gabriel is the reason Cleveland's losing. He only threw for 167 yards, so didn't have a field day or nothing like that. But, I mean, the Browns been bad for a while. Been fucking up a lot of quarterbacks for a while. Hopefully Shador does get his chance. But I thought coming off a bye, being able to see the Jets, that's where you thought they would throw him in the game because they were losing already. And if they didn't do that then, I don't see it. But let's be optimistic about it. Patrick Mahomes didn't play until his last game in his rookie season. Lamar Jackson didn't play until his last games in their rookie season. Everybody wasn't a Josh Allen. Everybody wasn't a guy to step in right away. So, sometimes I'm sure Shador is learning a lot on the bench. He seems like a smart player that can learn very fast. And hopefully he gets his chance at the end and change the mind of the Cleveland Browns, man. But right now, I'm not sure what's going on in Cleveland. Says, you know what that's about? The Sanders name and rep. That's the part. But then you got his sons out there wearing his jersey. You got the owner's sons wearing Shador Sanders jerseys. So that's where it confuses you at. And you shouldn't be worried about Dion taking your job no more because he ain't doing shit at Colorado on his own. It's clear to see that it was his son at the helm and Travis Hunter at receiver winning the Heisman that elevated Colorado to where they were at. And everybody was like, oh, why you put these dudes in the Hall of Fame? Well, the next year, after they leave, they're trash. They're right back to where they started. That's why they put them in the Ring of Honor. If you was confused. So Big Brim says, nah, don't give him a chance because they might start balling when they play him. Yeah, the Cleveland don't want to win, do they? Cleveland don't want to win, man. Cleveland don't want to win. Because they wanted to win, they wouldn't even put themselves in this situation, man. They wouldn't even put themselves in this situation. Because now you got Dylan Gabriel really looking over his shoulder at all times, don't you? Now, some people will say you got to be tougher than that, but at the same time, why add the pressure to a player that you want to succeed? Why add the pressure to a player that you want to succeed? And put somebody like Shador where you know the whole world's going to be screaming for the man to start. You knew that. You knew that. Is you doing this for the attention? Because it seems like this is getting you more attention than if Shador was actually even be in the game. And the Cleveland Browns fans are so loyal, they can say, oh, I'm leaving the Browns alone. What are we doing? They're going to be there. They banking on that. Uncle in the chat says, not as bad as previously pre-year, the Colorado BS. I mean, I don't know. It's pretty bad this year, man. I mean, there's nothing wrong with having a down season if you lose good players. But, I mean, I guess they won't have 2 losses. What's their record right now? What's Colorado's record? They pretty bad, though. They ain't beating much of nobody. Just lost to West Virginia. And West Virginia wasn't supposed to win another game. Where we at? Colorado Buffaloes are 3-7 overall record. 3-game losing streak at the bottom of the Big 12, way at the bottom. Only Oklahoma State behind them at 1-8. That's pretty bad. I mean, they still on TV though. Tell you that. Answer this though. Does Dion deserve? How long of a leash is Dion on? How long does Colorado owe? Well, how do I want to phrase this? Is Deion Sanders worth keeping around no matter what your record is just because he's Deion Sanders? It's worth it, right, for Colorado? No matter what. They can take this L, right? They'll take an L. We got time. Just be patient, right? No rush. Ticket sales are down in Cleveland. I can believe it. Brim says I should go up there when Steelers play up there. Oh, Cleveland? Yeah, you gotta scream on them. Tell them to push the door in the game. Do that. All right, man. That's the Steelers focus right there, man. Steelers lose to the Chargers 25-10, man. That was horrible. Horrible. We got to get a receiver situation back, man. Or is the George Pickens trade backfiring at this point? Anybody think the George Pickens trade is backfiring on the Steelers? Anybody? Sure, there's somebody out there in the sports world that feel like the Steelers should have never traded George Pickens. Let's see what 93.7 got to say about the wide receiver situation.
Oh, there's an apology necessary. I'm starting to believe that they shouldn't have gotten rid of George Pickens. Do I still think he would have imploded? Yes, but I guess I rather would have taken that chance than gotten rid of him. Bob, I apologize. You're right. I'm serious. You're right. I'm wrong. No, George Pickens should still be on this team. It is so glaring that they have no threats.
Because they had no one else to compliment Metcalf, and you knew that they were going to give him over-the-top coverage, and you knew that their other wide receivers, you're taking a little bit of a gamble that they would step up. Now, with Pickens here, you would have had 2 guys on the outside, which would have made it more difficult. I'm saying that all because I'm not a big George Pickens fan, don't get me wrong, because I still think at the end of this year, if he had stayed and if he put up big numbers, I wouldn't have signed him anyway. Because I think he's one of those guys that once he gets those numbers, he may just decide to go back to where he was a problem. But I really believed when you talk about taking a chance, his chance was this year.
Oh, there's an apology necessary.
Okay, so in the chat, West Coast Jinx about that loss. I feel you. Hey, big bro, what you think? Notre Dame versus Pitt this week? Ooh, game day will be here. And Brim said they should have never. And I'm sure you're talking about George Pickens, man. You wanted them. George Pickens should have been here. Hey, man, George Pickens is a hell of a talent, man. Hell of a talent. I would love to see George Pickens' talent here. I didn't want to see George Pickens' attitude here. But I do believe George Pickens would have played much better with Aaron Rodgers. Okay? The Steelers are very sensitive about their personalities on their teams ever since Antonio Brown. I think they got a kind of PTSD from Antonio Brown and how bad they did him. I mean, he did the Steelers, exposing them. The Steelers, the Rooneys just don't like that, man. Don't let shit out in the locker room. Once he did that, they was done with him. And after that, they didn't want to deal with no more diva receivers. And there's a lot of things we didn't see that actually Ryan Clark talks about how much he didn't like him and all. Behind the scenes, there's a lot they dealt with that we didn't see. And that's where you got to give a lot of credit to Mike Tomlin for keeping a lot of that stuff in-house and still getting production on the field. Did it always lead to Super Bowls? No, definitely not with AB. It did. But we was balling. Nobody was whining in the middle of the seasons. You know what I mean? We was having good records. So, you know, you gotta give a little credit to the Steelers for not wanting the diva receiver to mess up the locker room no more. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of that you seen in George Pickens, man. And they was done with it, and they wouldn't have got nothing for him. Just like they didn't get nothing for Najee Harris when he got out of town. Because you let him go through the 5th year, let him be a free agent, and you get nothing. George Pickens, you got a 3rd-round pick. Maybe you can get another one, man. We've been pretty good at getting them. We ain't really that great at holding them down. But yeah, I ain't mad at nobody that thinks that George Pickens should still be here because talent-wise, it could have worked. Unc says, hell no, history of the crazy receivers, they would complain no matter what. Yeah, it happens. And Pittsburgh Big Dog says Pickens would have broke A-Rod's jaw by now with all the yelling Rodgers do at wide receivers. Fuck that crash out. All right, so it's possible. It's possible, but it's also possible that George Pickens is one of them type dudes that take advantage of somebody that's not going to jump up all in his face and challenge him. Now, last year was the Russell Wilson experiment and the Justin Fields experiment, right? We both know their personalities are mild-mannered. They're not about, Justin Fields ain't jumping in nobody's goddamn face because he don't got enough respect on the field to do that. So he ain't jumping in nobody's face. But Aaron Rodgers does. 4-time MVP, Super Bowl champion, 41 years old. He got a little clout, got a little credit. So he definitely would have challenged George Pickens. They definitely would have thrown better footballs probably than them other two did. So that might have clicked together. You know? I mean, DK Metcalf's a little crash out too. You don't see him fighting Aaron Rodgers back. Because I don't think Aaron Rodgers is just going to scream at you about nothing. It's going to be legit most of the time. I mean, he might get out of hand every now and then, but still, that's part of the game. Big Brim says GP and DK, oh my Lord, we could have dealt with that for 1 year. I mean, yeah, it would have been a definitely worth the experiment. And that was Bob Pompiani on 93.7 right there. That's what he's been saying the whole time. I just wanted to see the 1 year with it together. And then you got the other half of Pittsburgh saying, you know what? Had enough of this fool. Because he definitely was talented, but he definitely made bonehead plays, man. It was unacceptable. It was unacceptable, man. It really was. A lot of people was done with him way before the Steelers had more patience than a lot of people did. I was willing to give him that 1 more year. Me and my cousin was arguing he shouldn't even have been there that last year he was there. That's what he was saying. I'm cutting him now. I said, nah, give me one more. I'm willing to give you. Let me see if he changed. And I was wrong. I was wrong. Bowhead plays, not getting his feet down, worried about looking flashy more than, trying to catch the ball with one hand, trying to make the pretty play. Can you do it? Yeah, but sometimes you got to get serious. Sometimes you got to get real. You got to have that Super Bowl winning mentality, but he had I want to go to the Hall of Fame mentality. And then that don't work when you on a team. Like, you know what I mean? And the Steelers is one of them teams. They put their team together to be a team, not to be individuals. But they love that in Dallas, though. That's what they want in Dallas. So you good out there, but you see Dallas's record, though, right? Big Brim says, man, I'm a Georgia fan, so I'm riding with my dogs. Eh? I feel you. Georgia definitely get the job done. We had a Georgia boy, what is that? Lance McConkey did us dirty. Did Eccles dirty in that slot. Brock Bowers be doing them boys dirty. You know what I'm saying? Brock Bowers be doing them boys dirty. Well, Nick Chubb out of Georgia, dirty. We should have picked up Nick Chubb. We need another running back, low-key. GP highlight reel. Yeah, he is a highlight reel. That's what Unc said in the chat. Pittsburgh Big Dog says, teammates and coaches wanted his ass gone. A team cancer on the Steelers. True story. Once people in the house, once you gone, they don't like you no more. And the Steelers, I'm telling you, you don't even know half the story. Steelers keep shit on the fucking low, man. They keep shit on the low. We don't even know half the fucking story, man. For real, for real. Let's move on to a couple games, man. Rams beat San Francisco 42-26. Cardinals beat the Seahawks 44-22. Patriots beat the Buccaneers 28-23. Y'all tell me out of them three teams, man, Rams, Seahawks, Patriots, which one of them you like the best, man? All right now, Super Bowl contenders. All right now. But I can't even say leading the division because the Rams, Seahawks in the same division. I'm thinking the Rams is leading that, though, right now. I think they got an extra game on them. Where we at? Let's go back. Standings. I think they got an extra game on them. Yeah, the Rams are Seattle. They got Seattle, the number one team they got the same record, 7-2. Seattle forced more points, 275. But the Rams have given up less at 153. So the net point differential is 103-98, and that's what's giving them the tiebreaker right there. It's only 5 points. Is the tiebreaker between Seattle and the Rams. So me, I like the Seahawks, baby. I like the Rams too, though, man. Rams got that coach. McVay's that dude, man. McVay's that new dude. So in the chat, Unc says, how about the Dolphins? I'm about to get to the Dolphins in a minute here. Rick Brim says Rams because they've been there. Yeah, that's what I was saying about McVay. McVay know what he doing, man. McVay gonna get you there. Pittsburgh Big Dog agrees, says Rams is who I have most confidence in to win the playoffs. Okay. They got that. It's got to be because of cats like Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams, and Matt Stafford's dog right now, Kyron Williams. And like I said, you got to add the coach in there. He done did it with multiple players, different receivers, different quarterbacks. Don't matter who's on defense. Different running backs. They all the same at the end of the day. The same production gets done. That's when you start looking at the coach like, yeah, that's him. To me, McVay probably might be the best coach in the league currently. To me, that's just, when I break it down, that don't mean you win all the time, but he got his. He been to another one and lost. Belichick shut him down one year. Then he came back and he beat Cincinnati. So, and he's always in the ball game. He's always in the ballpark. As long as there ain't no major injuries or nothing like that, he's in the ballpark. They gonna score. Big Brim says Pittsburgh Big Dog and Notre Dame versus Pitt. Who y'all got? Oh yeah, hold on. I forgot about that question. Big day, right? Game day live up in there. I feel you, Brim. This is huge, man. This is huge. 12 noon. This is huge for Notre Dame and Pitt, man. Notre Dame can't lose to Pitt. And Pitt got to get over the hump, baby. Unc says McVay is the man. I'm glad you recognize that. Great lines think alike. Yes, sir. McVay is the man. I love his offense. Unc got Notre Dame. All I see is ND. That means you think Notre Dame got Pitt, man. It's going to be up to high school, man. That freshman quarterback. Swear I'm going down there. I heard that. Why not? Game day ain't going to come down. Then Pat McAfee, hey, Brim, go ahead and kick that field goal, bro. He's going to give you some money. You can make that field goal. Sign up for that. They probably give it to one of the college kids, though, man. But you see Pavia, man, Vanderbilt, he wasn't fat. Well, how much was it? It was a lot of money, dog. I want to say it was $50,000. Yeah, it was like $50,000 or $100,000. I think $25,000 had to go to charity or something like that. Yeah, for kicking a 35-yard field goal. Unc, not Notre Dame. I know he tripping, right? He tripping. What you doing, Unc? Come on, man. Pitt gonna hold it down, man. I will be strapped to the seat. I'm definitely strapped to the seat. I ain't got nothing to do on Saturday but be in the house, man. You know what I'm saying? So I got to see Pitt Notre Dame. I got to see that. And going down there, that's going to be an event too. That's going to be definitely an event. Going to be a whole bunch of Notre Dame fans in town. We know that. They mess around and take over the stadium. I don't even like under Notre Dame, Unc says. However, I lost faith in Pitt. This year, Unc? Not this year, man. Hey, Big Brim, is Reed playing? What's Reed's health looking like? Running back. We need him. We need him big time. Let's see what his health is looking like. We find it? What's showing me? Okay, hold up. That's what I messed up. Israel Reed, running back for the Griffin, is on the depth chart. The game. Yep, he should be good. He should be good. Let me check injury report. Man, he's a little banged up. Not on the injury report. Okay, we good. We're going to need that boy. We're going to need that boy for another day. Now, what I'm worried about is the Love cat from Notre Dame, the running back. That's who I'm running back. That's what I'm worried about. They got a freshman quarterback, too, so this is going to be a freshman quarterback duel. This should be beautiful television, man. Those colors on the same field here in Pittsburgh, this is going to be beautiful. Big Brim, you going to the game? Is you going to the game or you just going down to the North Shore? Either way, that's going to be worth it. But he also says in the chat, swear Pittsburgh Big Dog and Big Bro, the Steelers need to draft J Love. He's really the truth. Yeah, we needed to run another running back. He is the truth. He is the truth. And he's always hurt, though, man. It's the only thing about it. But he plays hurt. He's still out there. Speaking of running backs, answer me this, y'all. Are the Steelers missing? Are they missing Najee Harris? I know Najee Harris is hurt for the season. I get that. But do we miss Najee Harris? Do you feel like that offense could use what Najee Harris used to do for us? They love for Steelers. Yeah, I feel you. Mm-hmm. That's what Pittsburgh Big Dog says. That's three of us now that agree on that one. That would be sweet. But we did just pick up Caleb Johnson, man. The Caleb Johnson experience ain't working. Caleb Johnson experiment, I should say, ain't working. But y'all like the Rams? Y'all like the Rams or the Seahawks and the Patriots? Patriots don't do nothing for y'all? Everybody got the confidence in the Rams. I ain't mad at you. Other games in the league, man, the Lions go out there and handle the Commanders, the Jaden Daniels list Commanders. The Colts getting scared against the Falcons overseas. You know what I'm saying? They go over there, and your boy goes crazy, Jonathan Taylor, man. There's no argument that Jonathan Taylor is the best running back in the league, right? I mean, it's easy, right? It's easy. Can you run your way to a Super Bowl? Well, Saquon Barkley did last year, right? Let's look at some stuff too, man. Let's look at some stat leaders and see what's going on here, because see we can if the Colts can run their way to a Super Bowl. Because at some point, Danny Daz, he does play quarterback. He does well. He still, lead the league in passing. 2,659 yards. Yep, Daniel Jones. Up next, 2,610 yards. Drake May, 2,555 yards. Matthew Stafford, 2,427. And Patrick Mahomes in fifth place, 2,349 yards rushing. Your boy Jonathan Taylor is already over the 1,000-yard mark with 1,139 yards. Now, are we talking about 2,000 yards with Jonathan Taylor again this year? Are we talking about that? That's crazy. And your boy Saquon Barkley is nowhere in sight. Where's he at? Jeez. There you go. In 15. 579 yards. Way down low. Averaging 3.9 a carry. Jonathan Taylor is averaging 6 yards a carry. That's fucking stupid. So he's averaging 113 yards a game. So let's put that in the calculator real quick. Let's put that in the calculator real quick. 113 times 17 games. 1,921 yards. That's pretty much a decent pace. He's killing. He's killing. In the chat said, Mr. Lot in the chat says, no Najee missed with his no vision. Come on, dog. I mean, he was a bruiser, though, man. He had a defense tired in the fourth quarter, man. Patriots going to choke bad in the playoffs. Pittsburgh Big Dog says, one and done. Okay, let's see if that's right, man. I remember that one. I'm definitely going to remember that. Big Brim says he better than Caleb, though, bro. Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah. I already know. You talk about Love, definitely better than Caleb. Or Najee, you talking about definitely. That's what I'm saying, bro. We ain't got the 1-2 no more, man. That 1-2 was brutal. Hey, man, Najee, I think we missed Najee Harris. I was worried that we was going to miss him. Man. I think it's coming truth, man. I really do. We need to wear people down sometimes, man. We need to wear people down. He couldn't see, but Pittsburgh Big Dog always said, at Brim, everybody better than slow as Caleb. That ain't saying much. True story. Pittsburgh Big Dog also says we knew Saquon wasn't going to get close to 2K in the back-to-back years. Nah, I wasn't expecting that, but at all. But I still thought he was going to be kind of the league leader. It's the best top 15 is cool, though, right? I guess. Let's see who's in front of him. Let's see what to do with that. There you go. And it ain't like it's no bums in front of him. Josh Jacobs, McCaffrey, Travis Etienne, though. Everybody else is cool. Kyron, BJ, Jameer, Derrick Henry, Javonte Williams, J.K. Dobbins stepping up this year. 772 yards. Davon H.A. He's doing his thing as usual. 780. Rico Dowdle's the surprise. 788 yards. Carolina better keep giving that boy the ball, man. Carolina know how to run the ball. They might can't do shit else. But they'll find somebody to run the ball every year. As the Jet, he's sitting at 17. Jalen Warren at 21, 474. Dang, David Montgomery's at 466. He would get jiggy like that. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the guys that's actually doing something. How many yards Trevion Henderson? It's another rookie in there. Where he at? 430 yards for Trevion Henderson. He got busy this week, too. All right, the chat says I read that one already. Talking about Saquon. But yeah, that's what I was talking about. The Falcons. I was talking about the Colts running for 200 with Jonathan Taylor. He's definitely, can he actually win the MVP? He ain't going to let him win the MVP. Definitely not this year. You got dudes like Sam Darnold. You got Matt Stafford. You know? You got, who else is balling out this year? Daniel Jones. They'll give it to Daniel Jones before they give it to Jonathan Taylor. That's a damn shame, but the way they've been doing it is pick a quarterback every year. Right? That's what they do. They pick a quarterback every year. They'll give it to Drake May before they give it to Jonathan Taylor. That's crazy to me, but they'll do it. They'll do it. They want to give it to Baker Mayfield too. He's slipping up a little bit, but that's his receivers, man. That's his receivers. Can't help it. Can't help it. All right. Like Unc said, man, how about them Dolphins, man? How about the fucking Bills? Can anybody trust the Bills, man? I don't think we can trust the Bills, can we? We can't trust the Bills. We never could trust the Bills. Unc in the chat says Notre Dame barely lost to Ohio and Miami, 3 points in both games. Yeah. Yeah, Notre Dame's pretty tough, though. All right, we will say that. It's going to take a Hercules effort for Pitt to do their thing, you ask me. Those big dogs up front create those holes. Yeah, you talking Notre Dame still? Oh. But yeah, the Bills, man, the Bills got to figure out what they want to do. Be a passing team or a running team. You can't keep going back and forth, man. Bills trying to make Josh Allen a hero has always been their problem. Get the ball to Cook, man. Get the ball to Cook and get out of the same formations. That's the Bills' problem. You got too much talent on offense. People want to say they ain't got a great receiver. Josh Allen can overcome that. He's young. He can run. He can run you over. He can throw over your head. Keon Coleman ain't that bad. Shakir ain't that bad. 2 tight ends that ain't that bad. You got enough talent at the wide receiver position. I think it's coaching in Buffalo, man. The play caller, I don't like it. It's stagnant. It's plain Jane. And it just don't, it results in you getting beat by teams that are well coached. That's what happens. As soon as you run up on a well-coached team, you get beat. Now, the Chiefs, they had a day. The players played that game. Sometimes the players just play that game. When you get in the playoffs, there's going to be one of them games where you got to scheme something up, man. You got to do something different because them coaches, they're going to be working hard on your ass all week. And the coaching, everything ain't coaching, but there's a coaching factor in there, man. There's a coaching factor in there. And sometimes when the players got your day, you got to rely on your coach to call something up to out-call, you know what I'm saying, outplay the other coach, man. So, yeah, the Bills, stagnant. I'm sorry. Stagnant on offense. That's how, Miami went up on them 17-0, then they had to try to come back and still couldn't get it cracking. Stagnant. Pittsburgh Big Dog says they need to change MVP to QB MVP. Jonathan Taylor is real MVP. Yep, just like Saquon Barkley was the real MVP last year. Robbed him. Just like Christian McCaffrey was the real MVP 3 years ago. Robbed him. They robbed the running backs 3 years in a row. It's going to be 3 years in a row. Because Jonathan Taylor is probably going to get his. He's probably going to get that 1,900 yards we just talked about. Coaching in Buffalo is so predictable, Unc says. Yes, sir. It definitely is, man. Especially on offense and then defense. They just ain't got enough talent to show up every week. It just ain't going to happen every week. So that offense needs to be there. That's the way your team's built. You paid your quarterback. You paid the running back. They got to perform. They got to perform. All right, other games. Let's talk about the G-Men, man. G-Men and the Bears. What's the biggest story of this Bears game? The biggest story, G-Men versus the Bears? Dabo fired out of New York. In the chat, Pittsburgh Big Dog says Bills need more wide receivers help bad. I might even say Steelers wide receiver, Bills wide receivers maybe. Steelers wide receivers better than the Bills? DK Metcalf is probably better than everybody on the Bills, but Shakir gets they got a better slot receiver than we do. Shakir's a beast. You know? They got better tight ends than we do. Dalton Kincaid, ain't none of our cats touching Dalton Kincaid. So, I don't know too much. Al, Big Brim, you on the underground? What's up with you, baby?
What's going on, big brother?
Not much, man. The mic's hot for you, baby. What's good?
Hey, listen. Look, this is one of the things I've been thinking about over the last couple of weeks, right?
Right.
The one thing that would be dope for us to happen. Don't fire Mike. I know, you know what I mean? I know everybody. I'll get rid of Mike. Get rid of Mike. We need to stop that.
Right.
Because it ain't Mike's fault.
True.
But the one thing I want to happen, though, is the Miami Dolphins, the Saturday head coach, fire Arthur Smith, go get him to be the OC.
Oh, you ain't
You know what I'm
lying. Yeah, because dude's a genius, bro. He might be real goofy and don't got the leadership qualities to be a head coach and all that, but when it comes to scheming up some plays, man, he know how to get A-chain open for the little quick pass. He know how to get them holes to be wide open. He know the play action moves. All that dog is unique. Very unique. I agree. Very unique.
Exactly. And another name that I said that they should have went after before they even went to Arthur Smith was Doug Peterson. Philly's old coach.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, them dudes know what they're doing.
Yeah, they do.
And like I was saying in the chat, like, I love TA, but we gotta move along, man. We done tried that experiment for the last 4 years, and I agree with your point in the sense of like it's it's not all like it ain't like it can't be always a coaching thing.
Right.
But what I will say when it comes to him is this, Unc kind of said it, but my point with that is this is like, once you start acquiring, different talent, we got to start changing this game to the talent that we have. Like, you know what I mean? And that's something that me and my dad always talked about. And that's one thing he always told me when it, comes to coaching.
Mm-hmm.
Be able to be flexible, you know what I mean, to the talent that you're bringing in. Like, don't, oh, yeah, this is my system and this is it. That's where coaches go wrong in football in general.
Very true.
Or you need to fit my system. No. Let me fit the system around you. You know what I mean? My top guys.
Right.
Oh, all right. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I got a quarterback. Yeah, we need to stay. We need to stay in 11 personnel. Well, then let's stay there.
Right.
Oh no, you know what? That don't work. Let's go to 10 personnel. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the problem with coaching nowadays, and not on all levels. For real.
Right. And so you made me think. Go ahead. Finish. I got something for you.
No, that was it.
Okay. Well, you made me think of something that I was supposed to say a while back, and I'm gonna ask you since I got you on the line. We was talking about the Shador Sanders and getting the chance and all that. If you noticed, Dylan Gabriel is left-handed, right?
Exactly.
So I'm pretty sure Shador's right-handed. And ain't that a big change up if you switch in the middle of the season, like after you've been preparing with this guy for this long and everybody been catching left-handed balls and you got your offensive play caller call it left-handed plays, all of a sudden to switch to the right-handed guy, all of a sudden you don't think that got nothing to do with, you know what I mean, maybe them pausing that for a minute?
So listen, after I graduated, from prep and all that or whatever, and then going to college and playing at Youngstown.
Right.
We had two quarterbacks.
Right.
At Youngstown. We had one quarterback that was a right-handed guy, another one that was a left-handed guy.
Right.
The right-handed guy was the starter, but the left-handed guy was probably a little bit better. I'm just being real, like in my personal opinion. Because he could pull the left-handed dude could pull that thing down, and he could go. Like he can go. Like it was impressive.
Okay.
And at one point in time, like I know, like some of us, like on the team, is like, yo, what are they doing? Like, why ain't we switching and all that?
Right.
After a while, one time I just got, me and my one of my coaches, we was, just chopping it up, just talking. And one of the things he said to me was like, "Do you know how much of a change and a difference that is from going to one, from a right-handed quarterback to defense. What does that matter to me?
Yeah,
You know
right,
what I mean?
right.
Whoever's better is better.
Right.
But then, like, he started breaking down the logistics to it and made me understand, like, for real, that almost takes like 2-3 weeks for you to really get adjusted to the style of, like, especially when you're talking about the professional level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It ain't just a quick turnaround like everybody thinks.
No.
So, with that being said, though, like, I'm still with it. Like a lot of people, man. Shador should get a shot.
Yeah.
He has a decorated college career.
For sure.
I know that Dylan Gabriel has, but that was 1 year. Shador did it everywhere he went.
Everywhere he went, man. Everywhere he went.
What are we talking about?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
yeah, I just think they screwed him over by the position they picked him in the draft. That's what got screwed up. You know what I mean? That's where it got messed up. Because everybody wants. If you pick somebody in the third round, of course you're going to give them more of a chance than you give somebody in the fifth round. It's just kind of automatic. You know what I mean? But that's the thing that should have never happened. That's the thing that should have. They shouldn't even be on the same team. We've never seen no shit like that before. No. They're both talented.
So here's another thing me and my dad were talking about during the draft too.
Okay.
I would get mad.
Right.
I would get mad. I'm like, what's up with the Steelers, man? What are we
doing?
Yeah,
what are we doing? True story.
But one of the things that we talked about though is, like, to Unk's point, the only reason why he got drafted that low, for real, I really think they blackballed him. I think when it comes to these NFL owners, we don't know when they really meet. Like, they have their NFL meetings at certain times and all that, or whatever, after the end of the season and all that. But I really think, there was some underlying thing between all the owners, you know what I mean? Because they probably got their little brotherhood too.
It's a league. It's a league. They tell you. That's a league. That's what league means. It's us, bro. So, we run this shit.
With that being said, these cats definitely had some underlying things like, hey, somebody's going to draft him. We don't care who, but don't draft him until this round.
Mm-hmm. And you know what?
My thing is this. Real quick.
Go ahead.
My thing is this. Number one, do y'all really, like Cleveland, do y'all really believe that he's better than Shador? Do you really believe that?
Yeah.
That's one. And two for me is this. I guarantee you, if you draft Shador where you drafted Dylan Gabriel at, Dylan Gabriel would have been available at where Shador was at.
Oh, for sure.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He would have still been there.
Yeah.
You can't justify that to me.
Yeah. Nobody was checking for Dylan Gabriel, basically. That's what you're saying.
No.
Yeah. No. But they made it a point to not check for Shador, because everybody was checking for Shador. Then all of a sudden, like you said, what they call that? That's a conspiracy. That's literally the definition of a conspiracy. Okay, when people plot on you, one or two or more people plot on one person or one entity, that's that's conspiring. Okay, so what I think they were doing in this situation is the NFL wanted to control the situation. Okay, they didn't want this man to come in as a gangbuster. You know what I mean? Because for whatever reason they thought he was going to do, they were scared that me and you, we know that he was going to be, he's under control. He's cool. He might be showing off, doing his little flash thing, but we know our culture. That's what we do. But we still under control. Don't worry about it. But they don't understand our culture, and they might be intimidated by that culture. And that's where they said, let's control this situation. You know what I'm saying? Let's make him a late round draft pick so we can cut him if we want to. So we can sit him on the bench and justify sitting him on the bench. You know what I mean? And not giving him a chance. Let's send him to Cleveland where all quarterbacks fail so we can justify his failures. You know what I'm saying? So when you conspiring, those are the things you think about. How can we justify? How can we make people say, no, they did go to the moon? You know what I'm saying? How can you make people say that? Exactly. You got people out there really saying, no, they did give Shador a chance. He was in with the fourth stringers in the last preseason game and he got sacked 8 times. Yeah, well, look at his situation though, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Look at his situation. But they set that up real nice, like, though. You know what I mean? But Once again, Cleveland's owners, their sons are on the sideline with Shedeur Sanders jerseys on. Every kid got a Shedeur Sanders jersey. So to me, it was smart just to play Shedeur Sanders for the popularity of it. You know what I mean? If you're the Cleveland Browns. You don't win anyway. So at least win the popularity contest. That's like when LeBron went to Cleveland. That was the best thing that could have ever happened to Ohio.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And so, you know, I don't know. I don't know, man. This is one that's really hard to figure out why the NFL would do this other than controlling this situation. You know what I'm saying? Controlling the Deion Sanders family, making sure that they get humbled and show them who the boss is. This is what this is about, bro. Who's the boss? You know what I'm saying? That's all it's about.
Exactly.
Because he got a wild contract, right? He got like a contract that is exclusive, bro. No one has the contract he got. And it pissed him off from the very door because he gets extra money from all them jersey sales and all that. That's why that was a story.
Exactly.
His contract is his NIL deal inside of his NFL contract is bonkers. And that's another reason they didn't want to put him even higher. You're giving him even more money. You make him the first round pick and all. Now he ain't even getting the commercials and all that he was supposed to get. All that's because you can't get that if you ain't on the field. But if you make him
so you know that the only other person that had something similar to him was the drafted the year before him, and that was Marvin Harrison's son.
Oh yeah.
And there was some issues going on between him and the NFL because of that, name, image, and likeness stuff or whatever. Because his thing was kind of like, these dudes' dads played in the pros. Like, these dudes ain't stupid.
Nah, they
like,
been there.
They gonna milk you for every dollar. Like,
yeah.
I respect it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Them dudes giving their sons the game.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all not about to make all these billions of dollars off, off of me.
Yeah.
So no, I need a little bit more extra. This is my name. This is me. This is about, like, no disrespect to the team because this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, y'all ain't gonna be making all this bread off me, and then
yeah.
I ain't eating off of it myself.
Yeah.
So
now if I got the knowledge,
that Marvin Harrison Jr. has that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
that's wild. I didn't know about him. Okay, I didn't know about him, but it's funny how that son father thing. You know what I'm saying? That's the knowledge is there. Everybody else is happy to get there. They like, whoa, like I got it already. I'm cool. I could be patient, and you gonna have to sign this if you want me to sign. So yeah, I get it, bro. I get it. That's good information, man, because I didn't know that.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna let you go, bro.
Okay.
I guarantee you, don't let another situation like that, all right, well, let's see what happens with Arch Manning.
Okay.
Let's see if he does the same thing, and let's see how the NFL plays his situation.
That's very interesting.
I'm very curious to see how that goes.
And we should see that shortly. We shall see that shortly. Not this year, but next year.
Yep.
Next year.
So
we will see.
And watch he ends up in New Orleans, too. I'm telling you, he's going to end up in New Orleans. I'm saying Arch. Yeah. I'm telling you, he's going to end up in New Orleans.
I feel that.
So
I feel that. All right. One more thing for you before I let you out of here, though. You got to give me what you think about the Ravens in this Pittsburgh situation, man. Could the Steelers hold the Ravens off? I just need your prediction for the rest of the season. I don't need a record. I don't need nothing. Can they hold the Ravens off and win the division?
All right. So sometimes I be on conspiracy stuff. So I'm gonna give you my conspiracy thought process, and then I'm gonna give you my fan thought process, and like this weird again.
No doubt.
The conspiracy thought process is this: the NFL loves their young, talented quarterbacks. It's like when boxing had the four horsemen with, Ray Leonard and all them back in the day, and Robert Duran and Marvin Hagler, all them dudes. So
okay.
They had that for boxing. That's what they have for the NFL today. They have Patrick Mahomes, they have Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow.
Mm-hmm. So
in that combination, they're going to make sure that 3 of them make it to the playoffs every year while they're in the league.
Right.
I'm telling you that.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, Joe Burrow is hurt.
Right.
So you can't make that happen.
Right.
You know what I mean? Josh Allen and Pat Mahomes and them was struggling. They starting to get back rolling a little bit.
Yeah, they can make that one happen, though.
They can make that happen. Josh Allen and them, they play in the week old NFC East.
Right.
I mean AFC East. The Jets suck. The Dolphins suck.
Right.
All you got to do is with the Patriots. And I think the Patriots are like, what do they call them teams? But I think they'll be a one. I won't say they're going to be a one-hit wonder. But I still think, that you had some young teams that as young as fresh year, like, all right, yeah, they the popping team of the regular season.
Happy to be there.
To my man in the chat, PGA Big Dog, I think was it. Yeah.
Yeah.
To his point, they're going to be one and done.
Yeah.
See you later.
Yeah, they happy to be there, out of here. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I can see that.
But I say all that to say that, from that perspective, Pat Mahomes, Lamar, and Josh Allen will be in the playoffs.
On a conspiracy theory level. Right. Okay.
Yeah, on my conspiracy theory level.
Okay.
So whether that means that we win the division and then we end up playing them in the playoffs like we did last year, or whether they win the division and they somehow find a way for Pittsburgh not to be in it. Yeah. I do really feel from a conspiracy thought process, they're going to make the Ravens win the division. But from a fan level, though, I'm thinking this is how I feel.
Okay.
All right, so we got who we got this week?
We got the Cincinnati right already. Yeah.
You got to beat them. You got to beat them here in Pittsburgh.
You got to, man.
Then you have Chicago. Chicago's not good, man. Like let's actually not play down to the level of our competition to win that game.
True.
That puts us at 7-4, right?
Okay.
I need to look at who the Ravens got the next two games. But then I know that we have Buffalo after that. We struggle with Buffalo, but the good thing is it's here in Pittsburgh.
Right.
Buffalo doesn't play well in Pittsburgh. If you look over the years, they do not play well in Pittsburgh.
Right. They don't. Right.
They usually beat us when we're going up there.
And if Miami beat them, we could beat them.
Exactly.
Right.
So that's a hit or miss game. Let's just say for a mock reason or make something up. Let's just say we lose that game. Whatever. So that's 7-5, right?
Right.
Then I believe we play Miami, which I can't wait for that game. We got invited to that game.
Okay. Yeah.
So
I remember that.
We'll be
in the snow.
You will be in attendance, brother.
Yeah. No doubt.
I believe that we should win that game. That puts us at 8-5. And then I think after the Miami game is our first Baltimore game.
Okay.
If we play them down there, whatever way it goes, I feel like when we play them down there, we're going to lose. When we play them up here, we're going to
That's how it be going. Yeah.
So I think that just overall that puts us at 9-6. I'll say it like this: if we can win the other two games that I can't think of right now, 11-6, we win the division.
Right.
If we go anything less than 11-6, we're not winning the division.
So the Ravens only gonna lose one more game.
Yeah.
That's what you said, bro. That's what you said.
They rolling right.
They rolling. And the schedule's easy, bro. The schedule's easy. Pittsburgh Big Dog just said in the chat, the Browns, Jets, and the Bengals, 3-game winning streak for the Ravens.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Come on now.
I mean, they're not going to lose too many more, I don't think. They right back where they started. You know what I'm saying? They right back where they started.
To my point, bro, the only other game we looking at them losing at is us.
It's us. And we might have to beat them twice to hold them off.
So, yeah, to hold them off, we'll have to probably beat them twice.
Yeah, and then because we got the Bills and the Lions.
We still got to play Cleveland one more time after we play Cincinnati this week.
Yep.
And we don't play well in Cleveland.
No, we don't. We'll beat the Lions and then lose the Cleveland type shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and those other two games that I couldn't think about. Oh, man, good gracious. I forgot about the Lions game.
Yeah.
That concerns me.
We'll find a way to handle them. I don't know how we're going to do it, but we'll find a way. I wonder where that game's at. I think it's in Detroit. I can't even see my schedule.
I was going to say, I think it's in Detroit because I know the last two times we played them, they were here. So it got to be up in Detroit.
Yeah.
Because we played Minnesota. The Minnesota was a home game for us. Green Bay was home. Yeah, we're going to play in Detroit. Because that's how they
it's at 4:25. It got to be Detroit. It don't say on here, though. Oh, no. It say...
Yes.
No, say home. Oh, yeah, it's away because it's in white. Okay, yeah, it's away.
Okay, yeah. All right, well, it is what it is, man.
Yeah, you got to get on that turf.
I enjoyed talking to you on here, man.
Appreciate it, man. I love all the details, man.
I gotta go to work.
No doubt, me too, man. Hey, we done with this one, man. Hey, I appreciate everybody in the chat, man. Everybody that called. Hey, Brill, man, be safe out there, man. Keep your head on the swivel, all right? You know that? You already know, man.
Big Brill, I'ma holla at you.
No doubt, no doubt. All right, y'all. Well, man, yeah, that was a good one, man. That's it, man, here on the Underground, man. I got through everything I wanted to get through, man. Last minute caller. And I'm messing with it, man. Hey, educated man right there. Smart man, especially in the art of sports, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Definitely know what he's talking about. So, yeah, Unc says injuries, but not in Pittsburgh. Yeah, for sure. Packers and Pats could beat Ravens. Steelers split with Ravens. Pittsburgh Big Dog says, yeah, they probably will split with them. Probably will split with them. That's what usually happens, right? Be nice to beat them twice. They too good for that, though, huh? Dick Henry run down on us. That's going to be ugly this year. We worse than we was last year on the run. So that's going to be a hurt piece right there. That is going to be a hurt piece. All right, man. Well, still the rest of the Steelers schedules look a little rough. But we be able to beat some teams we shouldn't, man. We should be able to beat Miami. We should be able to beat Cleveland. The Bills are the Lions. We got to split that too. So let's go, man. We can only, what we got? 4 losses. We can only afford about 2 more, like Big Brim said, man. We can only afford 2 more. All right, man. Well, we out of here, man. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, do all that good stuff, man. Here on the Underground, you know what I'm saying? You know we'll be back Sunday morning for game day, man. You know what I'm saying? It ain't over yet. It ain't over, Steeler fans, man. Don't give up yet, man. Sunday, man, we got a big one, so let's get into it. I'll see y'all then, man. Ow, yeah.
It's the Underground. It's the Underground. It's the Underground. It's the Underground. You better pass. You better run. And that's your ass. Boy, you done. It's the Underground. It's the Underground. Yeah, it's the Underground. It's the Underground. You better pass. You better run. And that's your ass. Boy, you done. Move the sticks. First down, you better not step out of bounds. You don't really want it, but you really need it. It's the Underground, man, we undefeated. Michael Jackson couldn't beat it, 4th down, couldn't reach it, man, your squad about to lose it. Go ahead and face the music, flip the coin, you still lost. Pay the cost to beat the balls, turn your motherfucking lights off. Yeah, CTE, these niggas can't see me. Got your head fucked up, got the game locked up, and it's over for your ass. 4th down, you better pass. You know what it is, you ain't gotta ask. It's the Underground, it's the Underground, it's the Underground, yeah, it's the Underground. You better pass, you better run, and that's your ass.